So because food stamps might get cut off, you've got people on this app getting hundreds of thousands of likes saying that they're just gonna steal the food instead. Imagine being so entitled that you think that just because the government stops giving you free stuff, you're now entitled to steal it. A lot of y'all should have been cut off a long time ago without a government shutdown, because a lot of y'all have no business being on food stamps. You cannot work at all and simply have kids and exist and get up to almost $1,000 a month in a household of 4 on food stamps. Just sitting back, existing, no work requirement whatsoever. That should never have been allowed. Food stamps should be a temporary holdover while you look to get back on your feet so you can support yourself. Food stamps should not be this thing where people like me permanently pay for your groceries so that you can use the money you save to instead spend that on alcohol and vacations. That should never have been allowed. So I am happy to see you get cut off, and I will be even happier to see you get arrested when you think that you're entitled to steal food instead.
People are stealing already in order to provide food for their children. I went to Walmart today and I experienced one of the most heartbreaking experiences I think I've ever had, honestly. There was this mother, she had 4 little babies with her. It was probably like 6, 4, 3, and 2, you know what I mean? But she was a really good mom. She was working, but she was not going to receive food stamps for this month. She made that very clear while she was standing in line. She was pleading that they would let her at least take a loaf of bread. So what I did is I took her shopping because I wanted her and her babies to have some food. And I felt really fucked up. And the whole entire walk with her, she explained what happened and how her husband left her and how she basically had to provide for them all of a sudden out of nowhere when he was the sole provider, and he basically left her with nothing and took everything that was in his name from her. So she was left with the babies with nothing, and every single time I guess she tried to go and get help, he would always end up finding a way to get that taken away from her. So, you know, obviously I stepped in. I bought her like $120 worth of groceries, you know, just something. That's all I could really provide at this moment. But I mean, they had security, like secret shoppers up there and everything. Like they were literally embarrassing her. They were talking to her, talking down to her like she was nothing. And of course she was a woman of color, so you know how that went. This in itself is a prime example of like how much we have to come together as humanity. We have to find a greater purpose. We are literally pushing our limits to be able to provide for our babies on a floating celestial rock, by the way, where you are paying to live and eat and drink something that is naturally provided for you anyway. Like, this shit is so fucked up, man. Just release the funds. I mean, literally billions of dollars, man. Just release them. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine how many families are going to be struggling going into the holidays. And that's the ironic part, dude. Going into the holidays, literally a time of the year of which we as consumers literally fill their pockets. Somebody make this shit make fucking sense, man. We have this materialistic mindset inside of us. It's just like imprinted. It's embedded inside of us. And we can't break free of it until we actually break free of the mentality of realizing that we don't need it. It's a want, not a need. We literally don't need at least 80% of the shit that we buy on a yearly basis. Stop consuming, start raising your vibrations, and start being a human to other humans as well.
If they cut your food stamps off, you go in the store and steal, and then you get arrested, and now your kids ain't got no food or no parent. How does that solve the problem exactly? Not to mention that now it's going to be on your record for shoplifting and stealing. And more than likely, if you were on food stamps, you probably not making a lot of money to begin with if you working at all. And the jobs that you work are entry-level jobs that would be concerned about somebody having stealing and shoplifting on a record. So again, you telling us what you're going to do, why would we care? That's not going to affect us. That's going to affect you. You think these stores really care that you stealing the stuff? Not really. They got insurance for that. But you will be the one to deal with the consequences that come with stealing the stuff. Y'all wanting us to feel bad for a lot of y'all. We don't, because we out here having to buy food every day with our own money that we work for. So why are you any different than us? Why is it that we have to buy food but you don't? You want us to feel bad for something that we have to do too. A lot of the main ones who doing all this complaining, You be selling them food stamps. You probably don't even be using most of them. And when you do, you go to the store and buy a bunch of junk food and stuff that your kids probably shouldn't be eating in the first place. Having seafood boils every other day, eating real good off the government. That same government that y'all hate so much. All right, that same one that y'all hate so much until it come down to you getting free benefits from them. I ain't never seen people who hate a system so much that they benefiting from. All right, you hate it so much, yet you benefit off of it. And when they cut you off said benefits from the government that you hate, you upset about that. There are some people that I feel bad about losing their benefits, and those are the people who haven't abused the system. But some of y'all who've been abusing the system, you won't work, you won't do nothing, all for the sake of being able to live off of the system. No, I don't feel bad for you. All right, you can join the rest of us in the real world of having to work so that we can provide. And if you don't have the means to do it, then you probably shouldn't have had all of them kids that you had if you was counting on somebody else to be able to help you with being able to afford them.
Guys, you won't believe this. Some shocking news is coming out right now. Food stamps, yes, government food assistance are about to be cut off for many families, and people are saying things you might not expect. Some women are even saying they might steal because they are not prepared. Yeah, I said it, steal. So today we are going to break this down, talk about what's happening, and react to why people are feeling so desperate. You don't want to miss this. Let's dive in.
Bitch, they trying to get rid of our food stamps. They trying to get rid of food stamps. They trying to get rid of EBT, electronic benefits. They put it on freeze. What? Why everybody? Why am I passing arguments in the streets? Like, I'm coming out of my apartment, people is arguing. I'm sitting here in the parking lot, motherfuckers is behind me arguing. I wish I could see it. This shit is crazy, man. Temperatures is high. People straight tripping. I'm just listening. It's crazy. I'm going to the gym because, baby, the way things is going, my anxiety, I need help. So I'm gonna go to this gym. I'm gonna exercise because I need to release something and I need to receive something. Ooh, that's deep. Ooh, yes. It's getting crazy out here in these streets, man. I'm gonna have to go back to my days of stealing. Take what you need. There's a part that says take what you need. And shit, I'm gonna have to take what I need. Nah, hopefully. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. You know, God provides everything that I need. Everything that I need. He gave me these kids, he gonna make sure they get fed. And that's period. Like, he gave them to me, he gonna make sure that they get fed. He gonna make sure everything is okay. And I know it. I trust that and I believe that. And I stand on that. And
Where is the level of accountability? Where is the child's parents? Right? Where is your ability to continue to work? Maybe you need to put in some extra hours. Maybe you need to take a second job. Maybe you need to do some gig work. When did it become everybody else's, the taxpayer's responsibility to ensure that your kids is taken care of? And then if you don't get what you want, you could just go steal? And she not no. Let's be clear. She's not capping. She's telling you what her original, authentic thoughts are. And yes, these people is willing to kill. They willing to steal. They willing to do everything except for go and take care of business. What do you mean you about to go to the gym to release some anxiety because you heard everybody else arguing outside? And basically what they doing is they listening to what people is talking about on social media. Listen, bro, these people are, I don't even know what made them think that they were in a position to have a child in the first place. If this is the mentality, if this is the mindset, if this is the perspective that you have about yourself, your own self-worth, I wouldn't even be able to live with myself. I made up in my mind, I ain't never asking the government for anything to make sure that my child is taken care of. And y'all basically have tethered yourselves to the government to where they became your daddy. And this is one of the things that's wrong with the community in the first place. This is the thing that's wrong with America, is that everybody feel like they deserve.
Well, whoop-de-doo. They getting ready to start stealing if they don't have benefits on their cards by November the 1st. Well, let me tell y'all, if the government don't open up by then, won't be any benefits. There are already several people up on here saying that their benefits from October, they can't even get access to those. So let me just say this though. What good is stealing gonna do? If you in jail or if you free, the taxpayers' dollars are still feeding you. Still feeding you. So what we want you to do, we want you to be on the outside, but we just want you to get a job and do like the rest of us have been doing for years and years and years and years, paying into a system to where there are so many people reaping the benefits that do not need to be reaping the benefits. And the ones who should be getting them aren't getting them at all, or they're getting just a little bitty piece of the puzzle, of the pie. Like them $10 they used to try to send my grandmama who lived to be 102 and worked all of her life. Or the little bit of money they used to give my brother who was born with Down syndrome. Yet both of my parents worked. They worked until retirement age. Y'all better catch on and keep up because this thing is getting ready to get bigger than what we could have ever imagined it to be. And also, don't forget to do your part. If you know people who are struggling due to this shutdown or not having any food, do something to help them if you can. But while you're doing it, educate them. Educate them. Educate them on what needs to happen in order for them to change their situation. Until the next video, y'all be good.
So here is the deal. Government food stamps, also called SNAP in the US, are about to be cut for thousands of families. These programs are literally the difference between having food on the table and going hungry. And here is the wild part. Some women are saying they are willing to steal because they are not ready for this. Oh my God. Women are planning to steal. They are scared, desperate, and honestly, you can see why. Think about it. If you are used to relying on food assistance and suddenly it's gone, what would you do? What would you do? That's what makes this story so intense. And honestly, it's heartbreaking. People are not talking about stealing because they want to, it's because they feel like they have no other choice. Let's break it down. Why are people so ready to do something drastic? First, the rising cost of living. Prices of groceries are skyrocketing, and when food stamps get cut, families feel squeezed. Second, the lack of emergency savings. There are many families don't have extra money saved up, maybe just enough to get by. So when the government steps back, that safety net disappears. And finally, desperation. Hunger is a powerful motivator. Yeah, when you are worried about feeding your kids or yourself, people start thinking about choices they would never normally consider. And it's so sad. It's sad but also very real. Guys, I want to know in the comments, what would you do if your food assistance got cut tomorrow? Be honest. Let's discuss it. Okay, let's not just focus on the problem. Let's talk solutions. Stealing might make headlines, but it can also land someone in big trouble. Here is what people can do instead. 1. Reach out to local food banks or community centers. Many have emergency food supplies. Yeah. 2. Apply for other government programs. Sometimes there are extensions or emergency funds. Yeah. Number 3, ask for help from churches, NGOs, or neighbors. There are people willing to help if you ask. Number 4, budget and prioritize essentials if possible. Freeze leftovers, meal plan, anything that stretches your food further. It's all about survival without getting into serious trouble. And yes, it's hard. Yeah, it's very hard. But there are legal ways to cope. Guys, it's crazy that even in 2025, people are facing this kind of food insecurity. It really makes you think. Honestly, when I heard some people are saying they might steal, my heart sank. I get it. Desperation makes people do things they normally wouldn't. But it also shows a bigger problem. We need better support systems. Yeah, we need communities and governments to set up. No one should feel like stealing is the only option just to eat. Oh my god. And let's be real, this is trending for a reason. People are talking about it because it hits some for many families across the country. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you think cutting food stamps is fair? Or should the government find another way to help people in need? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I will be reading and reacting to them. Alright, guys, that's my take on this shocking news. Food insecurity is real and we've got to talk about it. If you learned something new today or feel like sharing your thoughts, smash the like button, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more real reactions like this. So stay safe, stay smart, and remember there is always a better way than breaking the law. Yeah, peace and love.